special co-host with me, and her name is
Marley from Marley's Mansion.
All right, thank you, Marley. Marley, how old are you?
6 years old.
6 years old. And so today we are going to be interviewing the Walker twins. They are participants in our program here at Lincoln University Cooperative Extension, and our program is the Soul to Soul, and it's facilitated by Ms. Gwendolyn Gleason. So, twins, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Naomi Walker. I love to sew.
You love to sew,
I'm Simone Walker. And
and you like to sew. And then how old are both of you?
9.
You're 9 years old.
What?
So you're 9 years old. And so how long have you guys been sewing? How long have you been in the program? June or July?
I'm thinking probably we started in March.
So somewhere around that time frame. So since you've been in the program, how have you guys felt about participating in the sewing program? How has it been for you?
I think it's fun to sew and fun learning on different machines too. Making my own things is fun too.
It's been fun too. What about you?
I like crafting.
Crafting.
That's why I came in, and it makes it fun because I don't have to buy my dog clothes. I can just sew them.
Oh, so you're making dog clothes.
So now I have a ton. I don't need anymore.
Oh, good. So are you making them for your Barbie dolls? Are you making them for like your baby alives or your stuffed animals?
I made them for bigger dolls, 18-inch dolls.
Oh, wow. Wow. So have you guys have you had any prior experience prior to coming to the sewing class?
I knew how to mend stuff a little, and so just a little bit, but usually I'd have to ask my mom to make me something. When I was really little, I asked her to make a dress for my doll.
Okay. And so now you can do it yourself, right?
She taught us how to hand stitch a little before we came in.
Okay.
And I gave her one of the things I hand stitched when I was really little. I tried to make a bag with a tree on it, but it kind of looked like a shape.
So that was the beginner stages. Now you guys are almost pros, right? So do you think it's hard? Like, what advice would you give to another young person that is interested in joining the sewing class?
I would say be patient with your stuff and don't throw a fit or get really frustrated when you make a mistake. Just get like a pin or something that could take out the stitches and start over, or resew the part that got messed up.
Okay.
Well, I would say the people are really nice here.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Once you get into sewing, you get to make your own thing. That would be really fun, and you could learn a lot. If you ever wanted to be a seamstress, I'd say this would be the place to start.
This will be a good place to start. That's good information. That's good advice as well. Ms. Marley, do you have any questions you want to ask them?
Yes. Do you like to sew? Yes, I do. I think it's really fun. What kind of clothes do you buy from? All kinds of clothes. Pajamas, dresses, shirts, and even clothes for adults.
How long does it take for you to finish a project?
Well, it depends. If it's bigger,
Mm-hmm.
like the chair Naomi's making,
Okay.
the stuffed one, it would take like weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like a pajama dress I have here, it took weeks.
Okay. So which pajama dress is yours?
It's the pink one.
Okay. And so it took you weeks, like several weeks to make?
Yeah, I'd say it'd be like 3 or something. Maybe 4.
Okay.
And the doll clothes are a bit smaller.
Mm-hmm.
At my fastest rate, it would probably be like 1 day. Make
Okay.
a doll clothes with a pattern and these things here.
Okay. So did you know how to already thread the sewing machine when you started the sewing class, or did you have a little idea?
No, not at all.
It was a completely new process for you.
I just looked at the parts and kind of like, okay, well, I'll just hand stitch right now. I know how to thread the needle.
You know how to thread the needle. Okay.
Before I came to sewing class, I thought the sewing machine was able to make cloth.
Was able to make what?
Cloth, like weave threads together.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I thought I could do that, but I think it just sews things together. together.
Okay. And so Ms. Gleason was able to show you all how to actually thread the machine, and don't you have to put the thread in the bobbin first?
You thread the machine, and then you look at the bottom part, you take up the bobbin, and you put the thread spool. You put it on the top, and get the thread through the hole, and you move it to the side. That's interesting. And you press the pedal, and it will start getting thread on the bobbin itself.
Awesome. Thank you for taking us step by step. How awesome is that?
So you don't have to twirl it around with your fingers. This is taking hours. A few hours later, almost done.
Almost done. So I can really tell that you guys are really learning a lot from this sewing class. Do you think you'll take these skills and eventually become entrepreneurs? Maybe start your own clothing line or create clothes for your own dolls?
I would like to, but me and Naomi also wanted to make a sandwich business.
A sandwich business. But hey, you could do both. Why not, right? Do two ventures.
We could do sew bags to put the sandwiches in.
Hey, that's creativity, right? That's creativity. So that's awesome. So let's go through some of the garments that you all have already created. So right here, we have this awesome pillow. Who created this? Go ahead and introduce yourself again. Simone. So Simone created this pillow. So go ahead and give us some step-by-step how you created this pillow.
Well, first I did the head,
Mm-hmm.
and the ears were kind of folded in,
Okay.
and I stitched the bottom of the ears together and scrunched it a little,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes the ears come out like you would see other pillows, ears, like the insides.
Okay.
That makes it real, and I used buttons for the eyes, and I put a tiny bit of stuffing in the nose, however much I could squish in.
Oh, okay. This is really cute. So what type of animal is this?
It's a rabbit.
It's a rabbit. The paws. This is so cute. So did you name your rabbit? No. So do you actually sleep on this, or is this just for decoration?
I sleep on it.
You do sleep on it.
Sometimes I call it Mr. Whiskers.
Mr. Whiskers.
I know what you
Good
can
job.
name him. He doesn't have any whiskers though.
But that's okay. Hey, you can be as creative as you want to. So this is awesome. Thank you. All right, so we're going to move on. How about who created the blue onesie?
I did, I took some cloth, and if you flip it over, it has a zipper on it.
Okay, so let's have Miss Marley help us. Miss Marley, can you go over there? And can you flip the garment around so we can see it? Good job. Oh, so you did the zipper. So how long did it take for you to create this?
I would probably say 4 or 5 weeks.
Okay. What did you start with first?
I started by cutting out the pattern myself by taking a shirt I had and some pants and put them together. I
Turn it
turn
around.
around it and cut around it,
And turn it in front.
and I have it. By making my own pattern, you can use your clothes and trace about an inch around that.
Okay. Look at you. Wow, you're teaching me something because I'm a novice. So thank you. You said you made your own patterns. All right, thank you. Okay, so I see that you all do use this Fabric by Fabric 1 Yard Wonders book. So you made a good point. So you can either use the patterns that are in this book or you can create your own, correct? Which do you prefer to do?
Create my own.
You prefer to create your own? Okay. And so when you create your own, what is your inspiration at that time?
I think of what I want to make or what I might want.
Mm-hmm.
And since I was really little, when I was about 4, I had those kind of pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, I've always wanted some because the other ones got too small and I grew out of them.
Okay.
And it's my first time having them again.
Okay, that you've created, right? That's good. That's really good. So, if you were to go into a fabric store, what would you choose first? Would you choose your pattern or your fabric?
A pattern.
Your pattern?
Yeah.
So you'll choose your pattern, and that will help you to base off what type of pattern, what type of fabric you want.
I would probably do the pattern first because if I looked at the pattern I could see what was in there, and then I could choose the fabric I think would go best.
Okay.
Because if I just bought the fabric, then I did the pattern, I'd be like, oh, maybe I wanted to get a different fabric for the different kind of pattern, and I wasn't expecting some sort of pattern.
Okay. Okay, good. So do you guys like picking out the fabric? Is that fun? So what's your favorite type of fabric that you like to pick, that you like to use?
I think I like the fabric that I use for my pajamas over there.
Okay.
That fabric.
And what about you? You like fleece?
Because when I make shirts, it makes them really comfortable, and they're good on sweaters.
Okay. So do you all have on fleece now?
Not all fleece. We don't really have a lot of fleece.
You don't have a lot of fleece?
I don't really find it a lot. My sister actually gave me the fleece to do my pajamas. My older sister.
Your older sister. Well, that was nice of her, wasn't it? Okay,
I got
good.
it for my birthday.
So we have some other things over here. We have some purses and some scrunchies. I'm going to get down and we're going to make sure everyone can see. So we have this really, really cute purse. Which one? Who created this purse?
Megan.
Good. So you created this purse. So go ahead and tell us how you created this purse.
Well, I didn't really know what to make, so I just played around with some lace.
Okay.
And I found out that it bended with the way I sewed it, kind of like handles, so it gave me the idea to make a purse.
Okay.
And so I made the body, and I attached the handles onto it, and that was how it looked before. And then I thought it would be cute if I put a heart on it. It's kind of unrealizing the heart, because like the lace is more in a bigger, a wider shape. If it was thread, like if you just sewed the pattern on there with a darker thread, you might have been able to see it. But if you kind of look on the inside of the heart, you could see that it was a heart.
Oh, good job. Thank you. Thank you for explaining that. Now, who created this bag? This is so cute. Good. So go ahead and explain how you created this.
Well, I was making zipper bags at the time, so Miss Quincy gave me some fabric that I chose out a zipper,
Okay.
and I made the bag. I've made about 2 or 3 of those bags before. I think they're really cute and useful for like a pencil bag for school.
Absolutely.
And all kinds of things that you could bring it somewhere. You could bring a snack in it. If you went to the zoo. I'm hungry. You get your bag out.
Good.
Let's see what I brought. Look inside the bag. A bag of pretzels, some cheese sticks.
Aw, that's really good. Okay, we're going to go through one more item. Who created the scrunchie?
Megan.
Really? So how did you create the scrunchie? Go ahead and explain it.
Well, I made it when I was on Zoom in class. I wasn't in person yet, but
Okay.
I put the elastic on. The elastic was shorter than the piece of fabric. So when I put the elastic in, the fabric would try to make itself shorter and fit around.
Okay.
That made it scrunch.
Oh.
And it makes it stretch. Till it unscrunches when you stretch it out. And it's back on you.
So have you worn it yet?
Yeah.
You have worn it. Good. All right, last thing. I just had to bring these up. These are so cute. Who created this? But I'm assuming both of you all have made doll clothes, right? Yes. And so these are like little shorts.
Shorts that I made for my dolls from pattern. We were in person that time just for like once in a while when we came to fix the sewing machines or get the fabric or understand the patterns well. But I had like a simple looking pattern.
Okay.
It isn't as simple as it looks at first. The pieces of cloth look simple, but then when I started sewing it, I was only starting. It was kind of hard.
Yeah, I understand. It
But
gets more
you
complex.
could like lengthen it if you wanted pants, and you could just and if you wanted an easier way, you could just cut out 2 pieces of fabric in the shape of shorts.
Okay.
You put a little seam length, and then you just sew it.
Good. So now that you guys know how to sew, and thank you for explaining that. Now that you all know how to sew, do you think now you'll give homemade gifts away instead of actually buying them? Now you can actually personalize it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking presents today.
Oh, what were you thinking about making?
I don't know yet. I'm coming up with ideas.
Okay. But it's really neat that you guys have that option, isn't it? Now that you know and have the tools to kind of create your own items, and then it just brings out the creativity, you know? How you're able to kind of just think of something and be like, hey, I can make that. Or you see something on television or you see something in the store, you're like, hey, I can make that, right? So that's really awesome. It's a very, very valuable tool. So for anybody out there who is interested in kind of battling with maybe joining the sewing class, what would you tell them?
Well, I would tell them it's a simple choice. Go. If you don't have the time, maybe you could just look up some patterns.
Right.
Buy them from the store.
Mm-hmm.
Look at some directions on the back. And I'd say it would be worth it if you came here.
Thank you. That's really
It would
nice.
be worth the time.
Good. That's really good information. What about you?
I would say it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
You can make lots of things yourself, and it's good because you don't have to waste money on buying stuff. You just
Right.
make it.
You can save money. Absolutely. And personalize it, right? Good. I thank you guys so much for your time. And then I also know with this class, you also are able to sew with your mom because it is an intergenerational class. That's correct, right? So how is that, being able to sew with your sister, and then your mom's also in the class? How does that make you feel, being able to do something as a family?
It makes it fun.
Mm-hmm.
If I was here alone,
Mm-hmm.
I would be like,
Right.
it would be a bit harder.
Okay.
But just being with family makes it feel like you have someone to lean on.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, you have your teacher. My teacher is a really good teacher.
Good. Okay. What about you? Any last thoughts?
Well, if I think about it, being here without my family, I would actually be pretty. I would miss them a lot because this swim class is for 2 hours, so I'd be like, I'm kind of bored,
Okay.
and it would be harder to think of what to sew
Right.
because they've got a lot of good ideas.
Okay.
And I still think you could sew a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Just because your family is not there doesn't mean you can't sew.
Right.
And I think with my family here it's fun because it makes it more exciting, and the more exciting something is, the faster it goes by.
Right. Okay. That's very good. Ms. Marley, do you have any additional questions you want to ask before we go ahead and wrap this up?
Yes. You guys make your clothes or like doll clothes. How do you guys like make them? Well, if you have any other doll clothes, you could cut a centimeter for 18-inch dolls. You could put a centimeter around that, and sew both pieces together. You have to cut 2 of those out. You can fold your cloth, cut around that, cut around some doll clothes you might have, sew it, and flip it inside out, and then you have a doll clothes. I like to just like fold a piece of cloth and then cut out an inch around the shape. If I was making doll clothes, I'd put Velcro or buttons or zippers on the back
Okay.
to make it easier to get them on my dolls. I like to just cut out 2 pieces and sew them together, leaving the openings for the sleeves and the neck piece. That you would have, and you would sew the seams. Like, it would still look nice on your doll, even if you didn't sew the seams. It would just look more professional if you sew the seams.
Like you did on these shorts. Gotcha. Well, thank you all so much. I think you guys have an awesome future ahead of you. We really appreciate myself and Miss Marley. We really appreciate you coming out and explaining your experience in the Sew to Sew class. For anyone that is interested in participating in the class, we are located at 9041 Riverview Drive, and you can come out on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 2:30 and 4:30. Also, the class is a hybrid class. So if you don't feel comfortable coming out and doing the class in person, you can also receive a Zoom link and you can do it at home in the comforts of your own home. We also have machines that we are willing to rent out for you to utilize during that process. So this is an awesome class. I think it's a great skill, definitely a good life skill for everyone to learn and to know. And so these young ladies are definitely taking advantage of it. Again, I thank Miss Marley who came out and she helped us co-host, and we want to thank the Walker twins. And again, I'm Keena Marley. This is Lucy STO. Thank you.